Are you looking for the best 120Hz TVs? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best TVs on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. LG C1 OLED. The LG C1 OLED is the best TV with a 120Hz refresh rate that we've tested. It's an excellent TV that delivers exceptional picture quality. Its OLED panel delivers deep, inky blacks, with perfect uniformity and no distracting blooming around bright objects. Its near-infinite contrast ratio allows it to display bright highlights right next to deep blacks, creating an incredibly immersive and realistic viewing experience. It has a great selection of gaming features, including variable refresh rate, VRR, support to reduce screen tearing and HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on all 4 of its HDMI inputs, meaning you can play 4K games up to 120 frames per second without any issue from the Xbox Series X and PS5. Its nearly instantaneous response time delivers an incredible advantage for competitive gamers, as there's no noticeable motion blur behind fast-moving objects. Combined with its extremely low input lag, it's also the best 4K 120Hz TV for gaming. At number 2. Hisense U8G. The best mid-range 120Hz TV we've tested is the Hisense U8G. Its LED panel doesn't look as good as the LG C1 OLED, but it's a great TV overall for any usage. It's an excellent gaming TV, as it has an excellent response time, so there's very little blur behind fast-moving content. It has incredibly low input lag for a responsive gaming experience, and its variable refresh rate feature is fantastic, as it's compatible with FreeSync as well as GSINC and HDMI 4M VRR, ensuring a nearly tear-free gaming experience from almost any source. It's also excellent for watching movies in a dark room. It has a superb contrast ratio, delivering deep blacks in a dark room, and its great full-array local dimming feature helps reduce blooming around bright objects. It has excellent peak brightness in HDR and can display a wide color gamut, delivering an impactful, lifelike HDR experience. At number 3. Hisense U7G. If you still want a high refresh rate but don't want to break the bank, the best budget 120Hz TV we've tested is the Hisense U7G. It's a great TV overall, with HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on 2 of its HDMI ports, allowing for 4K at 120Hz gaming from the Xbox Series S, X or PS5 consoles. It also supports variable refresh rate technology, ensuring a smooth, nearly tear-free gaming experience from either console or a PC, and it has low input lag, which is great for competitive gamers, as your actions will be perfectly in sync with the action on screen. Unfortunately, it has worse picture quality than the Hisense U8G, as it doesn't get quite as bright and has a worse local dimming feature. It still looks great, though, with good peak brightness in HDR, a great HDR color gamut, and good gradient handling. Its motion interpolation feature performs pretty similarly to the U8G, helping to improve the appearance of motion when watching movies or TV shows. At number 4. Sony A90J OLED. The best 4K 120Hz TV we've tested in terms of HDR performance is the Sony A90J OLED. It's more expensive than the LG C1 OLED, but it delivers a more impactful HDR experience. It gets brighter in many scenes, delivering a brighter image that more accurately tracks the content creator's intent. It has a near-infinite contrast ratio that delivers impressive visuals, with bright highlights that stand out perfectly, with no blooming around bright objects in dark scenes. It has better processing than the LG, delivering smoother gradients with less banding in areas of similar color. It also has an impressive motion interpolation feature, which you can use to interpolate low frame rate movies up to 120 Hz. It supports eARC or Enhanced Audio Return Channel, meaning the TV can pass through high-quality, uncompressed audio from external sources, like a Blu-ray player, through to your connected soundbar or home theater system. At number 5. Samsung QN90A QLED. If you're placing your TV in a very bright environment, check out the Samsung QN90A QLED. It's an excellent TV with stunning picture quality and amazing gaming performance. It gets extremely bright, and its fantastic reflection handling can easily overcome glare in a bright room. It's also an excellent choice for outdoors, but it's not weatherproof, so you'll need an appropriate enclosure. Unlike the LG C1 OLED, it only has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on one HDMI port. While you can take full advantage of the Xbox Series X and PS5 with it, you can't connect both gaming consoles at once for high frame rate gaming since there's just one port. Motion looks smooth thanks to its quick response time, it has low input lag, and it has FreeSync VRR support to reduce screen tearing. Although you don't get the same perfect blacks as on an OLED, it still has an excellent contrast ratio, and its local dimming feature helps improve the native contrast ratio.